What's happening in the dating pool, you guys?
Hey, this is Raulh. Please act right. Now, while she's talking, you hear the kids in the background?
It's crazy. So I haven't been in the dating pool in a while.
Please tell. Why not?
Obviously, I planned out to take a year off from just being in a dating pool and being in the streets. I just wanted time to myself, get to know myself a bit more, level up and all those kind of things.
It's interesting how she's mentioning how she was taking time off to level up, but she didn't mention that she just had a kid. I guess she just forgot.
And then, I've only been back in the dating game for a month, and I met this other guy. Very quite established, I should say. I don't want to say rich. I'd rather just go with established.
Okay, so she met a guy who is established, which means he has some decent money coming in. Keep that in mind while you're listening to her talk.
And when we met, I had already had an upcoming trip to one of my neighboring countries.
You had this trip planned before you met him, okay.
I paid my own flights, I paid my own accommodation, and the only thing I needed from him was pocket money.
Wait. You planned this trip before you met him, but now you need pocket money from him. So what would you have done if you hadn't met him?
And not that I needed it, I already had planned and saved up for my pocket money.
If you didn't need it, then why did you ask him for it?
But it was just one of those things that, okay, he's in my life now. Well, he wants to be in my life now. So I wanted to see if he will show up for me the way I expect him to.
So since he's established and he's dating you, he automatically owes you pocket money for a trip you planned before you met him.
So, okay, I'll just get my delivery. So I'm like, he knew about this upcoming trip from the time we started talking.
So
when the date is approaching, I'm like,
you see the kid in the background? Where's this pappy?
Okay, the trip is in 2 days, and I think I'm gonna need a little bit more cash because I have a whole lot of activities, and I don't think I've saved enough for everything that I want to do in this country.
Notice she says she doesn't have enough to do everything she wants to do in the country she's visiting. That means you should scratch some of the activities off your list, not expect him to pay for it.
He did not send me an e-wallet. I was even shocked, why are you not asking for my bank account? So when he was like, okay, cool. He agreed to me asking for pocket money so easy. He was just like, oh, sure. And then I'm waiting for him to ask for my account number, only for him to say e-wallet.
That's because when he told you that he'd give you the money, he wasn't thinking. Later on, he thought to himself and said, why the hell am I giving this woman money for a trip that she planned before she met me and I'm not even going? For all he knows, you're going on a trip with another man at his expense.
Mind you, the limit for e-wallet is how much? 5 grand. I'm going on a holiday. How much is a boat cruise? 3K? Why are you sending 5K? What am I gonna do with 5K on a vacation?
So I'm guessing she's talking about the South African Rand currency, which is approximately $266 US. Notice how she's laughing about the $266, but she doesn't even have that extra for herself for the extra activities she wants to do when she visits this other country.
So, and I honestly do understand, we haven't invested much into each other. We've only been on 2 dates. We had only been on 2 dates.
Haven't invested that much in each other. And how much money did you spend on him in those 2 dates?
He really was putting in an effort, on our dates. Bought vintage wine, came with flowers, picked me up, Uber Black, He was being a gentleman until the moment I asked for pocket.
And there you have it. You have invested absolutely nothing into this man. However, you just admitted that he spent money on you for things like vintage wine, flowers, and Uber Black, which is the expensive Uber. And then you had the nerve to ask him for pocket money for a trip he's not even going on with you.
And he sent me 5K.
And he still sent you $266 and you're laughing at the amount. You ungrateful little sh**.
It ruined the whole experience for me because I was I come from a relationship where I was treated well. Why should I go through this?
If you were treated so well in your last relationship, then why aren't you still with that man? Answer, because he finally figured out that you were using him for his money, so he let you go. By the way, was that guy your baby daddy? And where is he? Because that little boy in the background probably still got that new baby smell.
Also, you're still trying to court me. You're still trying to know me. Like, you're still trying to soften me up. I would expect someone to say 100 times what they said. I expected a whole lot more.
He's still trying to date you for one or two reasons. Either he just want to hit it, or he's waiting to see how you're going to act about asking him for money in the future, and that would be the determining factor on whether he's going to completely let you go or not.
But the whole point of this video is the same person who sent me 3K is now in France watching the rugby game. But he claimed when I stopped talking to him because of the 5K thing, he went to one of my close friends and told them that he feels I was very short-sighted, like I wasn't patient with him. He was going through a tough time, and I just let him go like that because of money.
See, she didn't want to deal with him anymore because of the money. Once he didn't give her the amount that she wanted, she got upset with him because she thinks he owes her.
And now he's in Paris. He's in France. Like, aren't you supposed to be broke? So he's only broke when I need it, but when he wants to do something, he's not broke.
Clearly, this chick does not understand what extra means. When he says he doesn't have it, he meant he doesn't have any extra money to give you. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have money to do what he wants to do for himself. He doesn't owe you anything.
I know, he works very hard for his money, and he has to spoil himself, compensate for all his hard work.
Wait for it.
But I also expect for him to show up just as much for me.
Are you hearing this? This baffles my mind, the way these women think. He owes it to himself to do things for himself because he works hard for his money. But she expects him to pamper her as much as he does for himself. A woman he's only dated a few times.
And for that reason, I'm off the dating pool. I'm off the dating game. Maybe in 2025, guys. But for now, peace out.
She made a video and gave a public announcement at the end of the video to say that she's no longer dating. She's off the market until 2025. Well, I only have one response to that. Thank God, another one has decided not to put men through the unnecessary nonsense with their over expectations of what a man should give them when they plan to do little to nothing in return. This man was buying her vintage wine, picking her up in an Uber Black, buying her flowers, but it still wasn't enough for her. And keep in mind, they've only been on a few dates. This is exactly why men who decide to continue to date should start dating these women by taking them out on coffee dates. Because had he offered to take her on a coffee date, she more than likely would have turned him down. And I came to that conclusion because she's laughing about the $266 that he sent her. So to all you young fellas out there, do not spend big money on these women, especially when you first meet them. Because if you do, she'll instantly expect more and more from you in a short period of time. And if you don't give her that more that she's asking for, she'll treat you like a chump and laugh at you on social media. And in the infamous words of Forrest Gump.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.